I hate this module. No, I despise it. Every page brings a new problem that I detest. From the idiotic beginning to the blatant fetch quest that is this plot, this module goes out of its way to be bad. Almost malevolently so. It's the equivalent of a cheap school fair that offers a great prize to the people that find the hidden tokens. A trip to another cheap school fair on the other side of town. I have a lot to rage against. This is Serpent Skull. Bolts of Madness. Let's recap. The group has found a map to a lost city in the jungle, traveled there, and has now pretty much conquered it. They've beaten every challenge, from rival factions to hostile tribes to bizarre jungle beasts. And now a woman has stumbled into their camp, bringing an epic, world-shaking problem with her. She's been cursed by a spell that lowers her intelligence as an infected with a mold that has made her crazy. She doesn't just need help, she needs intensive care. I hope she's got insurance. She's an adventure archaeologist who is on an expedition into a lost city that just happens to be physically under this lost city. Because that's a thing. Her group got eaten by the inhabitants of her lost city, and she's just escaped through a magical teleporter with the hopes of returning with help. But in order to thwart her captors, she broke the silly thing, which caused an evil undead to wake up and start chasing her. Once she comes back to her senses, she pleads with the party to help save her expedition leader, who is still trapped below. I hate this guy. He's such a douchebag that the plot tries to make him into the hero. I'll get back to him much, much later.
Guys, we have a big problem. Wait until you hear this. While we were fighting the undead, a woman teleported to the archaeologist and told them everything about the vault.
Yeah, we just lost our job. The Texan is dead.
What did he die of?
Brain loss. He was yelling at me about what a lousy job we were doing, and suddenly his head just collapsed. A bunch of green ooze poured out, and he just died.
Why did his head collapse?
There might have been a golf club involved. Look, the point is that we're in some serious trouble. We need to find this fountain now. Okay, assuming it's small enough to be moved, because it had to be stored between ceremonies, and still big enough to be gaudy. So, temples? But there's no religion in this place, so...
A pleasure, though. It would have been the most important symbol this city had.
That big dome over there? The pirates said there was a demon living in it. They looted its lair already, and we never heard anything about them finding a fountain. Oh, I know where it is.
Where?
There's a giant carnivorous plant living in a gully near the dome. There's a flooded cave behind it, I think, but I didn't explore too closely. Rudy said it was too dangerous in there.
Ready?
The plant. Perfect. Hopefully the pirates will be too busy following the archaeologists to bother us. Hey AI, up to doing some cave exploration?
Absolutely. And you can help fix these glitches. Glitch detected. Entering scene mode. Now this is just being embarrassing. Oh, this is going to be a laugh riot.
The party goes and finds the teleporter, but it needs 6 magical crystals that power it. Luckily, written on the wall is the operation manual for this stupid thing and the location of the replacement crystals, which are in 6 separate vaults hidden throughout the city. These vaults are just baffling. The party and the factions have been here for months and have never even heard of them. The tribes have been here for centuries, if not longer, yet not one of them mentions these vaults to the party, and these vaults have all been looted. Looted a long time ago. Except these crystals are still within them, guarded by monsters. Some of these monsters are new arrivals to the area, meaning they just wandered around and happened to find a hidden vault, then move in and just start guarding crystals. Why are these crystals still sitting in these vaults? Did the looters pick them up and think, oh, this will be important to someone's game later, so best leave it? And what? Did the monster start guarding them for the exact same reason? This is just dumb. It's just daffy. And why is the teleporter powered by them? So, what's the story with these vaults? Okay. As the end of the world was nearing, the powerful priest tried to divine what was going to happen by going to the outer planes and asking his god what to do. Only he couldn't get an answer, so he returned. But he didn't return totally empty-handed. He found some extra planar fungus that he figured would help him. He heard a voice that said, here, take this mold, it'll totally help. And he believed it. Thanks, voices in my head. The fungus is some sort of insanity mold that, of course, made him crazy. He told the populace to make these vaults to protect their valuables. Then he co-opted the vaults and turned them into grow-ops for his insanity mold, which he then poured into the city water supply, driving everyone else nuts too. He wrote it all down in a handy notebook the players might even find. It's nice when the villains will helpfully write down their master plots. It's great to have context, but this notebook doesn't explain how to kill the insanity mold, which still infests the vault. And here we come to the serious problem with this module. Maybe the most important thing about RPG storytelling is game balance. A little change can have a big effect. Pathfinder, specifically, is very good at making a game balanced, challenging without being impossible. The downside is that sometimes Pathfinder balances for the lowest common denominator, meaning that it feels like it's dealing with, how should we say this, less than spectacular players? Pathfinder balances its modules for the four-person crew: the tank, the scout, the healer, and the wizard. Each player has to be very confident within their chosen role. Teamwork is essential in a four-person team. A party wipe is a very real thing. This mold drives people paranoid, and there's no real way for the players to avoid it. It's a fine powder, and if the players touch or inhale it, then they have to start rolling to resist it. And the players will interact with this stuff enough times that they will be affected by it. So, statistically, one player will be insane, making the four-person team untenable, because one person can't work with the rest of the group. And this mold cannot be cured except by powerful magic that the players are unlikely to have access to. This is an ugly situation. And if the players do come up with an inventive way to avoid this stuff, then the mold just becomes a nuisance rather than a threat. The party goes and explores each of these vaults. This could be a pulpy Indiana Jones-esque adventure with traps galore and crazy monsters. Only if you want the party to deal with traps, you have to add them in yourself because the module, for the most part, can't be bothered. All the creativity went into the insanity mold plotline, so here's the mechanic for a spear trap. Have fun, dumbass. Oh, and these are the monsters. Don't ask why they're here. They're all part of a timeshare thing. Whatever. Each vault houses some mind-boggling horror, from the gigantic, intelligent, plane-hopping spider, to the skinless vampire, to the intellect devourer who's been playing Let's Snatch the Brain and See Who Notices. These could be really interesting creatures. Too bad they're not fleshed out, because if the party knew about them earlier, these fights could be epic and have meaning, rather than being another boring obstacle in this stupid fetch quest.
I think that depressed mud genie was the only thing living in here. I've moved out the mud and the mold. As long as we don't touch the sides and avoid any mold patches, we should be okay.
Living in mud and mold? I'd be depressed too. AI turning him into a fine white ash might have been a blessing for him. Anyway, Rodney found the fountain and is looking it over. I searched the genie's room and found this string of crystals. I don't recognize what kind of stones they are. Must be valuable. Hey, Rodney, any idea about these rocks?
Oh, power crystals. I'll take one. I can use it to power the reaction.
What are you going to do? I thought we just needed to...
What? Pour the water on the computer? That's a good way to short it out. No, I have to infuse the program with the water. It's a very complex procedure. It'll take some time.
We don't have that kind of luxury. Killing Moki the genie was loud and messy. I'm sure the pirates are scouting us out right now.
I need time.
Can't we just move the fountain? Hey, AI, what's the loader's carrying capacity?
Currently 6,000 pounds.
Look, they're leaving grooves on the floor. They had to move it, so it's probably on wheels or something. I bet we can just drag this thing out.
With the Texans dead, we can't go back to our camp. Are we going to abandon the city?
Damn straight. Rodney, here's a rope. Tie it around the base of the fountain. AI, can you drag it out?
But of course.
What about the city? We can't just leave. The archaeologists said a great evil was rising. They need us.
At what point did they ever need us? Once they got the information about this place, we've been nothing but employees. They've never even paid us for the work we did do, except to buy the stuff we found, and even then they gouged us on the price. We aren't necessary, and we aren't welcome. We've been told that by every faction and by every tribe since day one. I say screw them, and let them deal with this problem. I came to help my friend, and that's what I'm going to do. So, let's load up our prize and get out of this horrible place. There's no music here. And it's no fun. Fine. The module ends when the party puts the 6 crystals that just happen to be sitting in the vault all this time, and no, I'm not going to let this go. You have a teleporter that goes to a lost city under your city. Why? This module just offends me. As a standalone story, it's awful. The plot is nonsensical. The insanity mold is just a stupid device thrown in to make the game harder, and there's nothing to enhance the gameplay. It just makes things unbalanced. This whole thing is a painfully obvious bait and switch. It's terrible. But it's not the worst I've read. No, the worst I've been saving until now. And this is going to be something of a controversial opinion. Rather than jump back into technological wonderfulness, We're going into the desert and look at the classic TSR module I3, Pharaoh. Until then.
Okay, no one's following us. I think you're right. They didn't know about the fountain.
And Rodney said he left behind the rest of the power crystals we found, so they'll have less of a reason to look for us.
How's it going?
You know that saying about leading a camel to water? He's been trying to do the same thing with the computer. He explained some of it to me, but I got maybe one word in six. Basically, he's turning the water into electricity. Somehow. Magic. The trick is to do it before the water loses potency. I'm starting to think he's just making it up as he goes.
Eureka! Screw you, laws of physics!
It worked? How is she?
Let's boot it up and see. Arise, my creation!
Hello?
AI? Are you there? What did you do?
Nothing. Everything says it's running.
Did you totally wipe her memory?
No, she should be reset to factory settings.
Hello? Is anybody out there?
What happened? Are you okay?
You're talking very slowly. It's difficult to understand you. The program I created is... Oh, that was easier than I thought. Oh, there's a time difference. I'm moving faster than you. The processing speed, of course. What matters is the experiment worked. So, who are you people?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Merilith of the Star Cruiser Slipstream. What's your clearance?